All right, let's dive into something that's, well, incredibly important for all of us. India's National One Health Mission. This is a huge new strategy, and it's all about building a defense against the next big pandemic. We're going to break down what it is, how it's supposed to work, and why it's so critical, especially right now.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. Why is this even necessary? Well, the big question is, why are diseases that jump from animals to humans, we call them zoonotic diseases, becoming such a bigger and bigger threat? This isn't some abstract problem anymore. It's a reality that has completely reshaped our world.
You see, the thing is, we're living in what you could call a connected health crisis. The old boundaries we used to imagine between human health, animal health, and the health of our environment, yeah, those are pretty much gone. And a few recent events really show us why.
I mean, the elephant in the room is obviously COVID-19. It was the ultimate wake-up call for the entire planet, wasn't it? It showed everyone, in no uncertain terms, how a virus that starts in animals can bring our entire world to a grinding halt.
But it's not just about viruses that affect us directly. Think about the recent outbreaks of lumpy skin disease in cattle. This absolutely devastated livestock populations, and that's a direct threat to our food security and the livelihoods of countless farmers. It just goes to show you how tightly animal health is linked to our own economy and well-being.
And then there's avian influenza, bird flu. That's a threat that's always kind of simmering in the background. It's this constant nagging reminder that diseases are always testing that barrier between species, and they have the potential to cause some serious widespread harm. So why is India, in particular, such a critical hotspot for this? Well, it's kind of like a perfect storm of factors. You've got this incredible diversity of wildlife, one of the largest populations of livestock on the planet, and, of course, a huge, high-density human population. When you mix all that together, you create the perfect environment for diseases to make that jump from one species to another. Dealing with a reality this complex, it really calls for a whole new way of thinking. And that's what brings us to the core concept behind this new mission, the One Health idea. It's a total paradigm shift in how we look at public health.
So what exactly is One Health? At its heart, it's a pretty simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. It's the understanding that the health of people, the health of animals, and the health of our environment are all deeply, deeply connected. You just can't protect one of them without protecting all of them.
And this really shows the shift perfectly. For so long, we've had this siloed approach, right? Doctors worked on human health, veterinarians on animal health, and environmental scientists on environmental health, all in their own separate worlds. The One Health approach says, hold on, that's not working. It's about getting everyone to work together because they're all just holding different pieces of the exact same puzzle.
Okay, so how is India taking this big idea and turning it into an actual, concrete plan? That's where the new National One Health Mission comes in, and it's got a really clear, really ambitious vision.
Here's the official goal, right from the source, to build an integrated disease control and pandemic preparedness system. What that really means is finally breaking down those walls, those silos we talked about, to create one single unified defense system for the entire country.
And this isn't just some vague promise. It's a very detailed plan with 6 core strategies. This is the playbook. It includes building a powerful national network of labs to identify threats early, creating an integrated surveillance system to spot outbreaks before they explode, and even using cutting-edge tools like AI to help discover new pathogens before they can become a crisis.
So how is this all being put into action? Because, a plan on paper is one thing, but this isn't just a policy document. A real-world defense network is literally being built as we speak, starting with a whole new series of advanced laboratories. The very first step is a pilot phase. That's setting up 10 of these advanced labs. They're called Infectious Disease Research and Diagnostic Laboratories, or IRDLs for short, and they are going to form the absolute foundation of this new national network. And here's a look at them. You can see these 10 pilot sites are strategically placed all across the country, from Delhi up north down to Bangalore in the south, and all the way over to Guwahati in the northeast. This shows you it's a true nationwide effort, and as you can see, the funding is already rolling out. This is happening now.
So what's their actual job? What are these labs going to do? Well, think of them as our new frontline disease detectives. They'll be running advanced diagnostics during outbreaks, actively looking for new threats, storing critical biological samples for research, and making sure any new testing kits that come out are actually effective.
So let's bring this all home and talk about the future. Why does a big mission like this actually matter to you, to me, to all of us? It's really about fundamentally changing how ready we are for whatever the next health threat is.
The ultimate goal here, the big picture, is to create a system that can spot outbreaks way, way faster, giving us that crucial head start we need. That leads directly to better pandemic preparedness, which, over time, helps reduce the entire country's disease burden. At the end of the day, it's about building a system that can truly deliver on that promise of health and wellness for all.
So, as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. This whole thing is more than just another government program. It's a real shift in philosophy. So how can this kind of interconnected One Health approach redefine not just our public health, but maybe our entire collective future? It's a pretty powerful idea to consider. Thanks for joining this explainer.